Well, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. As you can tell by the tone of my voice, I'm a little discouraged. It's like a broken record every week or the time I've been coming. I know I haven't posted a video quite some time. It's been the same old, same old. I look at this car and it makes me sad. Anyway, stay tuned. Yeah, it's a sad day. It's not too bad today. It's like 50 something degrees. A little chilly, but I dressed appropriately. And I wanted to get cracking with this car. As you guys know the situation already, I'm waiting for a welder. But unfortunately, like I said, I haven't gotten any good news from the mobile welding person. I checked other mobile welding sites and Angie's List and all that other stuff like that, and haven't gotten in contact with anybody. I saw like on Facebook Marketplace some guys like, we do mobile, we do body work, and I was like, all right, cool, let me hit them up. And they was like, well, no, you got to bring the car to us. So I was like, all right, well, that's not going to be done, because as you can see, there's no thing there for me to drive the car to them. So I'm at a crossroads, as you've been saying. I'm at the stage, I was talking to my brothers and my pops and even my sister and everybody else, that I'm going to possibly, maybe for Christmas or something like that, treat myself and buy a welder. Yep, I think that'll be the best course of action. I was going to do that anyway, because I wanted to try to tackle some of the body work on this car. As we already know, this car is not perfect, but I like it. You know, I was hoping to have this thing down before it gets really cold, and I mean, I could possibly try to do that. You know, I don't like the cold, but I'm not opposed to the cold, and you know, I can get some stuff done. But yeah, as you can see, fender, most likely I'm going to replace the fender. It doesn't make sense repairing that piece. I mean, it can be done, but it doesn't really make sense to do that when I can just get another fender. But we'll see and cross that bridge when the time comes. Underneath that area here where there's rust, that anchor point for the jack point, for the car is like really rusted out and caved in. So that's another thing I might have to tackle. As you guys know, the main thing for this project is these subframe mounting points that need to be addressed, and you know, I have an idea how to fix it and how I would approach it. So maybe it's just meant for me to do it. Back bumper needs to be, you know, fixed. As you can see here, see right here is nothing connected here. I thought it was, but this part is completely broken. That side is secured, this side isn't, which explains this crack here. So, and a little hole in the wheel well, spare tire thing. There's like little things here and there that needs to be addressed. Hopefully the floors are not rotted out, even though when I was under the car I kind of felt a little bit of soft-ish metal, and I didn't want to, like, you know, dig through it and stab through it and then cause more problems for myself. So I said, you know, Michael, just take it easy, look at it, you know, assess the damage, and we'll take care of it. My dad did say that when it comes to the summertime and when I start to do the body work, you want to help me, because my dad used to do body work back in the day, back home, as he would say, in the islands. So, you know, that'd be a cool thing to do. You know, get this car like prepped, even if I don't paint it myself, but at least I can prep it for paint. Like I was doing the body work, you know, primer it, sand it. Maybe I get one of those Mako joints and get the car looking nice and clean. But anyway, I know there's a lot of talking. It's probably gonna be a talking video. My parents had stepped out and the shed is locked. My dad might have left the key, but then it's like, all right, I'll try to continue burning out the bushings, and then what? You know, then what? You know, at this point, I still don't have the parts for the differential and the axles and stuff like that. I wanted to separate those things so I can paint it. And then, like I said, I did say this, I had another clip I was going to use, but I ended up not making a video anyway. But in the Facebook group, E28 group, I was asking about, hey, what's the best way to get these trailing arm bushings out? And one guy said he hired the tool, you know, which is rent the tool, the proper BMW tool to remove the trailing arm bushing, and unfortunately he couldn't get it out. And then he spoke to a BMW tech, and the guy's like, yo man, it's like those things will rust out, and the whole, you know, trailing arm will rust apart before those bushings come out or need to come out. So it's kind of like leaving me in a position like, should I just leave it alone? Just leave the trailing arm bushings alone, probably to turn them to FCP or whatever I got them from, clean up the rest of the trailing arm, just paint it up and clean it, and just worry about just the, you know, subframe mounting bushings and the trailing arm support bushings and the little dog bones, end link, end link bushings. And it's like, do those things and get like a, you know, differential bushing and take it from there. So it's like little things like that. I mean, but I feel like it's cutting corners. I feel that I'm already there. I might as well just do that. But it's like a never-ending story. Like, the further I dig deep into this project, the further I'm looking at more and more parts to replace. And it's like, the car is a nice car. I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. It looks good in person, like I said. Has a little things here and there. Not everybody's cup of tea, but it's mine. I like it. But it's not going to be a show car. You know what I'm saying? It's not going, and I know I keep saying this, but I have to also say this to remind myself, not only you guys, but remind myself, Mike, you know what I'm saying? Get it running, get it looking decent, and, you know, make sure it's safe. Those are the major things. And I'm not doing a full restoration because Lord knows if I was, I would have cleaned out the engine bay. I would have cleaned it out way better than I did. You know what I mean? I would have, you know, gutted everything and try to, like, you know, get the thing sandblasted or whatever. But I'm not doing all that. I'll try to get more of these trims and different things like that. Most likely I'm gonna paint those. So it's like little things like that. So I'm just trying to make this car reliable, safe, and cosmetically decent. So those are the three things, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at. I still have to source brakes or rebuild those calipers. I still got other little things to be done. And it is a frustrating thing. I can possibly go down there and try to see, maybe I pull out the emergency brake cables. Maybe I'll do that. It's like little things like that that's kind of getting frustrating. And like I said, as the weather starts to get a little bit more brisk and the days are getting shorter and the times of getting the way they are, especially with this pandemic, is becoming kind of difficult to stay motivated. In the past, when the pandemic first hit and I was working on the car, it was a little bit different because everything, the engine was out, I had my parts, I could do everything myself outside, and getting it back into the car was the major thing. Now that I'm at these stages where I actually need help from individuals, or an individual or someone or somebody with that skill set, it makes it a lot difficult for me because, like I said, it's not me doing it. Now, I know that I don't even have the subframe fully back together and cleaned up and the bushings fully out. That is true. But the main thing is the welding. So to me, that's like one thing that's been bothering me. You guys know that feeling when you have something, you say, you know, I'll get to that later. I'll get to that and I'll address it. But you know that that's the main objective, the main issue, the main problem that you want to rectify. And you don't have any means of getting it done. In a sense, it kind of is like a, you know, stressful kind of like thing that you're always worrying about that particular part. So that's what's going on with me. I can get the subframe thing. If I wanted to right now, I can go get some engine degreaser, stuff like that, scrub it down, paint the differential, you know, worry about the axles and do those different things. I can do those minuscule things and have it looking decent and put everything back together and bring it back over here. Then what? I still got to do that. So to me, it's like, I'm not too concerned with that yet, because I can also work with that inside the shed, or work it in an area where it's not going to be too brick and it doesn't really need to be on the outside to work on it. You know what I mean? Like the car, I can't put it in the shed. So obviously when the weather is bad, if it's too cold outside, I can't work on it. But with that component, I can go in there, get a little space heater, put it in there, work in there, bundle up, you know, whatever. But I know it's a lot of talking. I might just clean up my family car, because the state of that car with my wife and daughter with all the junk in it is terrible. And the car washes over here are kind of like not really vacuuming out the cars. And even when they do, y'all guys know how it goes, but we'll see. But this is where I'm at right now. I'm gonna go inside, you know, kind of like gather my thoughts, see if the key is here for the shed, and try to do something in regards to this car. If not, I'm very sorry, guys. This is where I'm at. I might, you know, show you the state of the family vehicle and what I'm about to do, like the before and after shots, give you that something. But it is what it is. Like I said, you know, bear with me. I'm trying to stay motivated, you know. Give me some comments on the videos. Help me out, guys, with like some ideas, you know, and just some words of encouragement. You know what I mean? That will help a lot too, because, you know, as you guys know who have project cars, y'all know how it is, and y'all get into these, you know, lulls in the project where it's like, he's like, man, like I love it, I want to do something about it, but there's just so many different things to think of. And like I've been saying, if I had a shop where I can go to with a lift and the car was on there, I probably would have got a lot more done. Things that have probably been done, you know, to a different standard, if you will, you know what I mean? And probably, you know, was able to dig even deeper with the car if I had a shop where I don't have to worry about, you know, leaving my stuff exposed or having to worry about putting things back and closing it up and covering it, and not having the, you know, the tools and the space to do what I need to do. It is what it is. I'm making do, so I'm not complaining, and thank God I'm able to come here. My parents have the space for me to work on my car, and I don't have to stress about fees and paying stuff. But it is, you know, a little discouraging. But we shall persevere. We shall. All right, guys, I'm sorry. Today was not really a productive day. I didn't really get to do anything with my baby because, you know, timing and parts, and you guys heard the spiel anyway. And then I was like, you know what? My brother had the P5 over here, PlayStation 5. For those of you who are not into games, that's like the new system that came out, that and Xbox. My brother had it over here. So let me just play it for a little bit and, you know, get my feet wet, play with it, and see how it is. So eventually when I decide to get one, I'll have some experience. But I decided I'm just going to clean out this car. My wife drives this car more than I do, and you know, I got my daughter who sits here. As you can see, all the mess in the car, and some of this for my wife too, man. Don't let it get it twisted and all that. And it got like soil over there because my wife is into plants and all that stuff. I just hate it. I hate it with a passion. When I had my car, especially when I was single or when I was dating my wife and it was just me driving, my cars always should be clean and immaculate, smell nice, smell good. You know, that's an extension of me. So when I pick up my wife, or my girl, when she was my girlfriend, whatever, you want it to look nice, smell good. So she get in the car like, wow, wow. That's why I can't wait till this is running. You know what I'm saying? When this is running, you know what I'm saying? Let me get a close up of her. Yeah. When that girl is running, then that's my baby. And it's going to be clean. It's going to look good. It's going to smell good. It's going to feel good. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be nice. So I'm just going to clean up the car. I hate doing this sometimes. I be like telling my wife, like, hey, you gotta take care of this. But you know, she ain't gonna do this. So this is just a before. There's not gonna be no crazy detail. Ain't gonna be like no Chris Fix super cleaning your interior type of thing. But just to clean it up, I'm not even gonna go into the trunk. I had this thing organized. I got crap in there too. I might just vacuum it up and reshuffle some things around. But this is a quick little before we get. Oh, don't even look back there. Before we get cracking, and you got the little Christmas thing, you know, I don't put that on my car, but you know, for the family, my daughter likes it, my wife like it, whatever. And see all the soil and dirt, and it's a lot worse than it, but you know, every so often I kind of get up the heavy garbage and throw it away, so it won't look as bad. So I'm gonna go in here, vacuum it up, probably vacuum behind the third row, behind the second row and third row, clean it up. I know you guys don't give a damn about this, but but I'm gonna do it anyway. All right. As you can see, the car is a lot cleaner than it was when I first started. Fortunately, I can't find my little bottle of Trini Glow. It might be in my other car, but it feels much lighter. I just feel so much happier. Now, granted, like I said, back here still kind of crazy, but you know, a lot of this stuff is going away. So, for instance, like these things got to be returned. Bottle of water, you see, it's cleaned up a little bit better. Wife's hoodie. These are bags that we keep in the car when we do our food shopping. That bag right here in the back gotta go away as well, so it'll lighten it up a lot more, but at least you can kind of see the bottom, and it has a little bit more space, and the space looks a little bit more organized per se. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. So yeah, I know, guys, I'm sorry I didn't do much with the car today, and I know you guys don't even care about the cleaning, don't even care about the talking, but I do appreciate the support. I'm really trying to, you know, get my head wrapped around what I want to do with this car, as we already know. But as far as the progress moving forward with the subframe and everything like that, like I said, we do get to these lulls, and I've mentioned this many times before on the podcast. We do get to these lulls, and it gets kind of crazy sometimes, but for the most part, It is what it is. I'm trying. And like I said, when things are not, in your hands per se, it gets kind of difficult because I got to rely on other people to get the stuff done. So again, appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Like I said in the other videos, I do have some hoodies and t-shirts that I'm trying to make for a merch store. I know I'm a small channel, but I'm just trying to find ways to help with this project. I'm really trying to keep it afloat, which is why I was trying to get everybody to get me up to like 1,000 subs. I know that was a big number, but when I did put the call out, you guys did help me out. I got to like about almost 80 something subscribers, so I do appreciate that. But please, if you can like, share the video, comment, and most importantly subscribe to the channel. That will greatly help me grow the channel, get to a place where I can start making some stuff off the videos, to be honest, make some stuff off the videos, and eventually be able to get some funding to help fund this hobby. As you all know, the pandemic is tough, so I know it's not easy, but I'm just trying to find ways to keep my mind at ease and develop a skill set. So again, thank you guys for the support. Enjoy the rest of your day.